Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is Laura from Laura A Music Corner. I am very, very happy to be back with you guys today. It's been a month since I did any recording, so I feel like, like getting back into it. I was just like so excited to get back. It's been a rough journey for me because, my health has been a big challenge for me since the end of April. And when I did the last few recordings of music reactions, I was coming down, with a flare up so bad. And it was just taking a toll. And then when I went away for a vacation and I got sick, even worse. So, I'm trying to pace myself, try to take it easy, but I really wanted to get back and doing, more music reaction. And I kept thinking, like, okay, so what song will I like to do, coming back? And, especially me that I've been through so much physically with my health. This song kept popping up because I haven't heard it. I just kept looking at all the list of songs that I would like to do, and I've been dying to do Fight to Survive. And I said, you know what? That's my calling because especially with all anybody that suffers with chronic illness knows how hard it is to fight to survive, and that was my song for the choice I wanted to do. And I'm recording this on July 3rd. And today I saw Epica decided to release a music video, lyric video, that is, to the same song. And I was like, you see, synchronicities were falling into place for me. And I was just like, it is time. So I was debating whether to do the music video or the lyric music video. I said, you know what? Let's do the lyric. And so here I am. So, yes, so I am happy to be back. I am going to start this music reaction. So, yes, sit back, relax, and let's enjoy Epica song Fight to Survive. Let's do this.
We set out to explore the moon, and instead discover the Earth. Take off in 3, 2, 1, go!
I loved it. I loved it. I just was like during the whole time, and I didn't even go like this because I'm like holding it in, but it's just like I feel like the hairs in my body just standing up. And I just like the way it sounded in my headphones. It's just like they must have did something to advance the sound of it, the quality of the sound into the video because it just sounded so much crisper, you know? Because I never heard the song. So this is like my first time. That's why I went like this, like first time reaction, because I forgot to mention it. But it's just like I never heard the song, but just hearing it through my headset and just hearing like every aspect of the instruments and then hearing her voice, it was just like it sent a lot of goosebumps throughout my body, and I just felt it like amplifying more and more. But yes, I loved it. And I didn't get a chance to see the other video, but this one seems so like I love the tech, like the sci-fi tech they use in this video because of the fact that, obviously they try to portray like um space type music, like not so much the music but just the visuals of it, so it was just like really pleasing in my eyes right at that moment because I felt like if I was caught in a video game or pretty much in a it's almost like in my head I was thinking of Tron because I'm a Tron fan. So I love like Tron Legacy movie, and it just reminded me in those type of scenarios of, of the visuals of the movie. So it just pretty much similar to how they used for this music video. But anyway, I'm going to go back. I'm going to stop along the way to let you guys know what parts of the song I really, really enjoyed. Yeah, yeah, I just listen. I've been jonesing to add more music, and I've been like, I gotta wait. Alrighty, so I'm gonna start the video again, stop along the way, and then give you my thoughts on each piece of what I, have been hearing so far, and my thoughts about it.
We set out to explore.
I love how they started this part out because of the fact that again, it felt like if I was going into like a futuristic sound, like if you're going into an adventure. And so just hearing Simone's voice, almost like computerized, it just sets the whole precedence of the video. And you were going into a very very fun journey. So it's really good how they started this out. And then just adding the intensity of the drums to add the impact of the music.
And instead discover the earth. Take off in 3, 2, 1, go!
You see in this part, like when you hear the guitar along with the keyboard, it just works really good because of the fact that it feels very space age, it's like very like almost like their music is becoming more and more advanced. And that's how I'm hearing it. It's like so advanced now. Like they're getting beyond just playing metal. It's just like adding a different element and adding a little different flair into it. And it really, like I said, if they make a movie in some of these songs that they have done throughout the years, it'll be freaking amazing because I mean, I could see them sitting there in one room and coming out with these scenarios, but to make it to a full movie, it will be freaking awesome.
Within a heart of joy grow possibilities, true transcend inflicted boundaries.
how she, it started like almost like the metal part, but like almost like mainstreams in a sense, and then just fall into the flow like a softer sound, but not losing the edginess of the music. And so I just love how she was able to transition into that. Like she could go, from sounding very mainstream, but with a lot of edge into it, and then just fall, a few octaves low, but almost like if you were in contemplation mode, that it's just like, okay, we're going down, but we're not gonna lose the slight edginess of the sound. And so she, like I always say, she has a great way of being versatile when it comes to her voice. So she doesn't miss that beat of, adding the different elements of flair that she likes to add. And so I really love that part that she did.
Two hearts believe that fate is on our side. Are we unified? The fire burns and purifies. Designed to unify. Our spirit is alive. We all fight to survive. I will fight to survive. We must navigate through this complexity while we search for our stability. We'll have to endure it all to find that we're powerful. I try to understand, but I can see it all while surrounded.
I notice I'm just listening to the guitarist, and I'm gonna say is this. I find that this particular song, they sound heavier. And I'm not gonna say I don't like it because I really do enjoy it. I really enjoy it very much. But it's just almost like he like I'm not gonna like say that anything negative because it's not like that. I'm just trying to find the correct words to say. But it's almost like almost adding a whole different level of metal that he's into the song. Because yes, we have heard music from these guys for years, and even though I've been listening to Epica for almost 3 years, but I noticed the different types of songs they've done throughout the years, the level of the guitar riff has been intensifying more and more. And so with this song, even though Simone's voice is very beautiful and lovely and she has a little bit of edge into it, but the intensity of the guitar riff, it sounds almost thicker and heavier. So it's just like in my ears, I feel like if the riffs are carrying more of the song, and then the other members of the band are playing like almost supporting him. Like he's doing lead completely throughout the whole song because it has to sound thicker, heavier sound, and then everybody else is pretty much supporting him. So it's just like I noticed the switch because sometimes you'll hear Simone more and then everybody else behind her. But this time, I'm hearing the guitarist front and center, and then everybody else is pretty much in the back, but supporting him along the way. I hope you guys get what I mean, but it just to me, it sounds thicker, heavier, more upfront. And it's almost like a different level of metal that they're adding in. It's almost like they're changing the style of metal that they are not, they have been accustomed to playing it and just switching it a little more and just adding a different aspects of how they're becoming as a band. So I just find it very very interesting.
But this emptiness
just had a thought in that piece there. And please guys don't kill me on the comments, but it almost feels like if I am watching a performance of Ariane. It's almost like an Ariane influence, but Epica's style. Yeah, that's how it feels like. I feel like there's some Ariane influence because of the fact that yes, Ariane, it's its own entity. It has their own, different progressive metal style, but it's not so much the metal part. It's more of the the futuristic style of video they're doing because I am paying attention to the words because basically where what they're talking about is pretty much what we're living in these times and how we need, pretty much we are evolving. We need to evolve because believe me, we are behind the times in some places than others, and I'm just, just throwing it out there. But the thing is just to see how they are evolving in sharing these stories and these thoughts. And it's almost like they are evolving and creating their own world. Because, yes, we know that they've been creating their own world for decades, but just the evolution of Epica has evolved throughout the times. And I just feel like I'm sitting and watching an Ariel concert that it's just like the stories are evolving and it's getting more and more intricate. And so this is how it feels to me as the viewer watching this video for the first time. It's like I'm watching it evolving, the band evolving into a different, level of, so to speak, consciousness, so it's really interesting just to see and hear and immerse myself into the music of how they have been creating and evolving throughout the times. So it's really fun just to experience this with you guys.
I will fight to let us turn the tide. We are unified. Because we in every moment we
I like how they did that, like when they added Mark's growls and like he just added that intensity and anger, and then how it has shifted. It's almost like the climax of the video, and just how it shifted, evolved it in so many levels, and then just silence and then pure silence to go with it. I just love that piece because it was just like showing how we are evolving and how it's getting harder and harder and harder into the point of like distinction. And then now you start over. And so at that part, it was just like it pretty much caught my attention because I'm just like, I'm feeling it inside. And I'm like feeling it going. And so, like, once it went into like the silence part and then Simone coming in and just almost like a mere piece, it just shows how us as human beings, how we need to, regardless of the pressures that we go through as human beings, no matter what part of the world we come in and we come from, that is, it's just go into mere silence for a little bit and just regain, recenter, and start over. And this is where I think all of us are, and I'm doing this, but I'm like thinking about myself. But this is something that we definitely need to do from time to time, regardless how heavy the emotion and the anger and the destruction happens. Just stop, quietness, and recenter.
We will find signs of the divine. In every heartbeat lies a story. Shine just as we are, be just as we are one. On this journey, our integrity is our great strength.
I I didn't want to stop. I really didn't want to stop because I really enjoyed that last piece. But all I'm gonna say is that no matter how many songs they come out and how um they're able to change some element of their style, they know how to pretty much work a wonderful magic, and they really know how to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. They really know how to really capture the essence of the stories, their wisdom, because a lot of times they are sharing a lot of wisdom for us to really evaluate ourselves as human beings. Because me personally, I like I told you in past videos, when I hear the music and how they share their wisdom with us, I do reevaluate myself as a human being and saying what aspects of myself that can change for the better. And and when it comes to changing as a human being, it's really hard because not everybody wants to change. They feels comfortable in their circumstances they live in, and we all have choices in life to deal with, and everybody either progress or regress or just stay in the middle. And me personally, I just always feel like I need to progress. I need to move forward. And when I listen to music like this, regardless whether it's metal, it's not metal, it doesn't matter because, sometimes the messages comes in different forms. But with Epica, it always strikes a chord for me because, it makes sense. And I really enjoyed the experience that I sit with you guys because I was looking forward to even doing this. And I was like, yes, yeah, I get to do an Epica reaction. I wish I could do it, 7 days a week, but that's not happening. I think I just like this pace of just every so often reaching in and say, okay, what song should I do next? But yeah. But it's been a really fun journey, and thank you, you guys that have been recommending me to check this band out since what, like almost 2 years, 3 years, and just going through the experience and just enjoying the moment because it has been really fun for me. And yeah, and I can't wait to hear more. More. There's a lot of songs that I haven't heard from them, so I'm still on this early journey part with you guys. So I'm looking forward to go explore some more. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I really enjoyed the song. Am I gonna add it in my Spotify list? Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been dying to add some more music. It's been kind of hard. And I even tried to locate the other song. Um, that the one they I forgot the name of it because I'm sorry. I'm still not well. But I the one the symphonic synergy one that I did a couple of weeks ago, and they didn't have it up yet, and I was just like, oh, come on guys. Add it on, add it on. I really would like to have that particular version of it. But who knows? I'm crossing my fingers and hopefully they will work their magic and add it on to that, to Spotify. But anyway, so thank you everyone for joining in for this music reaction. If you like this reaction, you guys know what to do. And if you are new to the channel, you're very much welcome to subscribe. And so if you have any preference of epical music you would like to see me do in the future, let me know. I still have quite a few videos that I could do, but I want to hear it from you guys, and then I'll just write it down and do a future reaction. So let me know, drop a comment, and yeah. So thank you again for joining me, and I will catch you guys soon on the next music reaction. Bye.